So unfortunately, the last 24 hours in crypto, frankly, has kind of sucked. We've seen some big pullbacks, big retracements throughout the space. And unfortunately, one of the ones that has been hit the most has in fact been HBAR. We have seen it now go to the point where almost this entire pump that it went on was erased. And there's a big reason as to why this is, or a couple of reasons. I want to talk about this with you guys. Now, first and foremost, just for some clarity, we did talk about this on the day that this was happening, but the tokenization of this BlackRock fund was not initiated by BlackRock. It wasn't initiated by Archax like we talked about in that video. And this people kind of put this out in the market as a little bit of FUD to try to, bleed some wind out of the sails. And it did just that. All right. We obviously saw it going on a massive, almost 100% run over a short period of time. And I want to remind people as well, these types of pumps that you see right now, they're not really sustainable. And the reason why is what we're seeing at this time is just kind of the matriculation of capital moving in a circle from coin to coin to coin, causing pumps, moving on to the next one. We're not seeing that big influx of users yet. We saw it back at the beginning of March, but we're likely not going to see it again for a little short period of time here. The capital's positioned. There are people ready to buy, but they're not buying quite yet. And because of that, a lot of those people that made profit in HBAR moved on to the next coin. In fact, the coin that pumped the next day was Algorand. Okay. Algo went on a nice 20-30% pump in a short time because guess what? We're moving in a circle right now. Okay. So all those things kind of happening together bled us out here. And like I mentioned during that time, when we were up in the high 15s, I said tread lightly because these things do tend to happen. These retracements tend to play out like this every time. Now, I will say this, HBAR from a structure standpoint has had actually a very good retracement. It's pulled all the way back down to the 382 line. It's actually looking pretty good right here. Maybe not a bad time to accumulate if that's what you're looking to do. As always, this is not financial advice. And I want to point out too that, my indicators pointed out some great opportunities to add to your charts or add to your bags here. You guys can see on some of the shorter term time frames, it gives you some of those DCA opportunities. For example, it identified one back here. And what's kind of cool about this too, if you guys are not using this, there is actually a DCA out function, which coincidentally was actually able to find the top here and alert people when to sell. So if this is something you guys are interested in, check this out. My link's in the description below. There's a 30-day money back guarantee, well worth the money. But what I want to say is this, even though we got hit with some of this negative news or HBAR got hit with some of this negative news, I don't have HBAR yet. This may be actually a spot for me to buy, to be honest with you. Even though it got hit with some of this negative news, it doesn't discredit the fact that waves are being made. It doesn't discredit the fact that the function of the chain itself is working great. All these things are just kind of positioning. They're kind of that launch pad for bigger moves in this cycle. That's what people need to understand. You don't need to get it all at once. And we didn't get it, or we, HBAR didn't get it all at once. I'm so used to saying we from some of my other videos, but maybe I'll become we today. Who knows, right? But you don't need to get it all at once. There is a long cycle ahead, a lot of times of adoption that we'll probably see even further launches like this, further tokenization of funds, because if it's already happening, chances are it's going to continue to happen. So that's what I wanted to share with everyone. The market will improve at some point. These pumps will become more sustainable, and there will likely be very great moves in terms of price ahead. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.